Ever thought about how cats say sorry to humans? Most people assume they don't, but they actually do. The catch is, their ways look completely different from what we expect. And that's where the misunderstanding happens. If you overlook these signals, or worse, react negatively, you might be rejecting the only way your cat knows how to make amends. Let's begin with the most obvious sign that people often ignore. 1. They look at you and slowly blink. Have you ever noticed your cat staring at you after doing something wrong, then gently closing their eyes? Many people know slow blinking signals trust. But what's rarely discussed is what happens in your cat's mind just before that blink. When your cat senses tension, maybe your tone changed or your posture stiffened, their amygdala triggers a stress reaction. Their natural instinct is to run or freeze. Yet instead of leaving, they stay, maintain eye contact, and intentionally close their eyes. Think about that, a predator willingly making itself vulnerable in front of a perceived threat. That's not random, it's a deliberate emotional gamble. A 2020 study from the University of Sussex found that cats use slow blinking intentionally as communication. It also showed that when humans blink back, cats experience reduced cortisol levels, their stress actually drops. Your response literally affects their physiology. If you return the blink, they relax. If you ignore it or remain upset, their brain reads it as a failed attempt to reconnect. And over time, if their efforts are never acknowledged, they stop trying. They don't act out, they just withdraw. And that silence isn't peace, it's resignation. 2. They gently bump their head against you. Imagine sitting there, still slightly irritated, and your cat suddenly presses their head against you. Most people assume it's just affection. But after a tense moment, it can mean something deeper. Cats have scent glands on their forehead, cheeks, and chin. When they nudge you, they're leaving their scent, a behavior called bunting. In everyday situations, it's friendly. But after conflict, it becomes purposeful. Cats can detect changes in your scent caused by stress hormones. To them, that shift can feel like a disruption in your bond. So they remark you, restoring the familiar scent that signals connection and safety. It's their way of saying, we're still okay. 3. They place a toy near you. Have you ever found one of your cat's toys beside you after a tense interaction? It might seem random, but it could be meaningful. Cats don't bring objects for no reason. While hunting instincts play a role, behaviorists have noticed that after conflict, this action resembles a reconciliation gesture. They're not just asking to play, they're offering something valuable. From their perspective, they're giving you something important to them, hoping it helps repair the relationship. Instead of dismissing it, acknowledging the gesture can strengthen your bond. 4. They start grooming you. If your cat begins licking your hand or face after tension, it's not just quirky behavior. In cat communities, mutual grooming is a selective act reserved for strong social bonds. It helps reduce stress and maintain harmony. Studies show that grooming lowers heart rate in both participants. So when your cat grooms you, they're not only reconnecting emotionally, they're calming themselves physically. It's their way of restoring balance. 5. They roll over and show their belly after being scolded. Some cats flop onto their back and expose their stomach. Many people misinterpret this as playfulness. In reality, it's vulnerability. A cat's belly protects vital organs. Exposing it is a sign of trust or an attempt to defuse tension. It's like saying, I'm not a threat. But here's where misunderstandings happen. People try to rub the belly, and the cat reacts defensively. That's because the cat wasn't asking for touch, they were offering trust. Grabbing at that moment can feel like a violation. Instead, stay calm and acknowledge the gesture without physical contact. 6. They quietly stay near you after a tense moment. Have you noticed your cat silently following you from room to room? Not seeking attention, not making noise, just being there? This is one of the most subtle signals. Cats are naturally independent and will leave if they want space. So choosing to stay close during discomfort is significant. Researchers call this proximity maintenance, seen in social animals after conflict. Instead of forcing interaction, they remain nearby, waiting for things to feel normal again. It's their silent way of saying, I'm still here. I'm not giving up on us. And when you think about it, humans do the same. Sometimes we don't apologize with words. We just stay close.